An issue for you or a concern, because if not only is Casemiro on his own there, but say he's suspended or injured, it doesn't appear that you've got an outright defensive midfielder to come in and replace him.
First, I didn't see it that way. I thought that he was surrounded by Luke Shaw. He was surrounded by, also in cases with Licha Martinez, he was surrounded by Mason Mount. But definitely, it's a new midfield. We can and we have to step up there. We have to improve. That's so. I agree and I disagree, or disagree and I agree. If in that fact, we have to improve it. In possession, we were absolutely no good, and had to do with rules and principles. So we didn't match the rules and the principles in our possession game, and then you don't get a good game. And if then also players make so many unforced errors, it was very below our standards and what I used for my players and where my players are capable of. But can happen. It's the form of today. But I already have seen in pre-season they can do much better. I've seen last year, of course, they do much better. So I'm sure they will improve quickly.
Would you see Scott McTominay as the alternative? Do you see him as a defensive player or as an attacking player? Because for Scotland, he's quite handy scoring goals. He's been quite handy scoring goals for United as well. But there's a feeling that maybe he would have to take on a more defensive-minded role if he does come in.
Yeah, but of course, also last year he had played that role, and he's capable of doing it. And I know he's not in this moment not there. But Kobe Manu, we have seen him against Arsenal. He is ready to pick that role, and not at this moment not available. But I think he will in some in 1-2 months, not in 1 month, but in 2 months he will be available. For winter is coming up, he absolutely will have his games.
Mike,
Eric, obviously the club have to tour pre-season. There was a lot of travel. Have you detected any tiredness in the squad, or jet lag and overhang from all the travel that you did in pre-season?
Absolutely. That is not only pre-season, it is accumulated. And again, FIFA, UEFA, we have to have a look at the schedule, and then the extra time is now to add. It all not help every time we going, and we increase the load from the players, which is not right.
And is it something that you saw a tired? I know it's first game of the season, but a tiredness to some of these players.
Yeah, but you can't. If you mean that can be an excuse, no, it isn't. We have to perform, and I think all the teams have to deal with it.
Ken.
Eric, you talked about personality to win games and to win points, and you've got a goalkeeper now who clearly has a big personality. But you know the accusations the other night about the penalty, whether it was or not, that's past. But does it concern you that sometimes his personality and his enthusiasm might need to be curbed a little bit? That he may just be a tired impetuous, shall we say, to try and impress you and imprint himself on the team?
I think he is very proactive, and that is what we want. We want proactive players, but of course he has to manage himself as well. And when be proactive and when be more passive. But I will encourage, and so I like it when players are proactive and be on the front foot. And that is the type of players we need.
Richard.
Hi Eric. Just in terms of talking about the midfield and how it's set up, do you feel that Mason Mount can play deeper alongside Casemiro if necessary, or do you see him very much more as someone who plays more of a number 8, number 10 role?
Yeah, I think he can. Already we have seen it already in the pre-season. But what I said, definitely we have to work on many facts of our game, but also on that fact about midfield and the cooperation. how we have to set it. But I'm sure we will get it. But it's not coming overnight. When it was easier, then everyone could do it.
Because Chelsea often used him further forward, you think it maybe could take a bit of time to get used to that sort of new duties of a deeper role?
Pardon?
Because Chelsea used him in a more advanced role, does it take a bit of time for him to get used to a deeper role?
But Christian Eriksen last season came in and had the same. First time in his life, he played in a deeper role, and that was the ambition for Christian, and then also the ambition for Mason. And so he wants to be more multifunctional, and that's the way I see football. But as I say, it will not come overnight. It is a process, and we have to go through. But I'm sure he's came intelligence. He has the technical abilities. He's also good vision on the ball. He knows how to deal with the ball. He has the dynamics. Don't forget that. He has the mentality. So all the ingredients are there to do it.
Last question, Laurie.
Hi Eric, just on Mason Greenwood if I may, Richard Arnold will make the final call on what happens with him, but do you envision him playing for you this season?
I refer to the statement. I'm focusing on games, focusing on my team, and focusing on the players who are available. So for the rest I refer to the statement the club made.
And just on the game on Saturday, what have you made of Tottenham's first